Hello and welcome back to Paradox Computing. So here we are on part three of our episode, well, part three of the quarrying program. Focus on the quarrying program for our turtle. So here we go. We'll see him. His moved across. Well, it's getting there. Again, getting him to dig out a 10 by 10 area. Ooh, and he just filled up. So let's see what he got. Let's see what he got. So this is him returning along the x-axis, now on the z-axis, performing the deposit command. Ooh, there we go. Got some pretty shiny things. And now it's going back along z, then x, and now it's performing down up. So there you go. I hope that probably made no sense whatsoever, but there you go. So function start dig. So this is the very first thing, pretty much, that he does. So it's just we start a little loop here, and you'll see why we need a loop. Now, all this is actually because we set him down. We'd like set him down on the block. The first block is going to actually dig underneath him, so it'd actually be out over the edge. And then what he does is he steps forward one, he turns around, and then starts digging down. So how do we get him to do that? Well, we want to make it so we could, in theory, just put him up, face up against the wall. So we've got to make sure he breaks the block in front of him so he can step forward, right? Now, what would happen if that block was sand? If sand drops down and is now in front of him, after he's broken it, we need him in a loop to make sure that he's actually moved forward. Otherwise, he's going to start digging in the wrong position. Because again, if we just tell him to break the block and move forward, well, he'll break the block. If Sam falls down, he'll try to move forward. That won't happen. But the program will just move on. It'll go, oh, that didn't happen. It'll keep going unless we put in this result. So we're saying the result is equal to turtle.forward here. Sorry, so let's just go into our loop. So while true do, we get our result. We say turtle dig, so break the block in front of you, move forward. We'll get a result of move forward. Now, if the result's true, cool. We moved forward. That's cool. You can end this little loop. If not, though, if we broke that sand and now there's more sand in front of us, it'll skip this, and it'll break. It'll dig again, and it'll just keep digging. And keep doing this loop and digging until we get the true that we're looking for, and that will break the loop. And then the turtle's just going to turn right, and then perform down up. So that's really simple. So it'll just turn around and then perform turn up. Cool. Now, move left. This is something that he just has to do a lot, so it seemed to make sense to make a function for it. So we just say turtle, once it's performed a down up, we need to then move along one on the x-axis. So turtle dot turn left, and while true do, so we're starting another loop. Turtle dig, break the block in front of you, and again we're just getting, we're accounting for sand and stuff, so we're making sure that he does actually move across on the x-axis. So it's that same thing if it's just going to do a loop until it actually gets the result of true on moving forward. So that's real simple. And then turn right. So turn left, move forward, turn right. And then, it's got add one on the x-axis somewhere here, doesn't he? No? Okay, we must be doing that later. This will be part of a larger function, I'm assuming. So he'll add one to the x-axis. Sorry, not to x-axis, to x-track, which is what's keeping track of how far along the x-axis we are. So he'll add one to x-track, but that'll be in a larger function, I'm assuming, or in actually the main body of the script once we get out of dealing with all these little functions. Sorry, it's so confusing. Massive fucking script. So function dig forward. I hope you're learning something. Again, if any questions or queries, post in the comments, and if I can't answer them, I'll definitely know people who can, so that's cool. Alright, so turtle, function, dig forward. This is basically that thing for dealing with sand, so it's just a loop. I realized after doing it, like, for those three functions, I was like, why not just fucking make a function that deals with sand? So you're just going to start seeing dig forward a bit soon. So what have we got? That's it. That's done. That's done and dusted. That's all of our functions. Now this is the main body of the text, which is actually relatively small now that we've written all our functions. All these functions I should actually make into smaller programs. But yeah, I'll do that later. So, turtle.select 1. So, making sure we've got slot 1 selected, just so we don't have slot 9 selected and putting shit in the wrong place. Start dig, which was the function which told our turtle to step forward, turn around, and then do down up and start going down to bedrock. So, while z_track is less than z, do. So this loop is pretty much everything happens inside this loop. Once z_track is equal to z, so that's first off, our turtle's going to move across on the x-axis, and then he's going to start moving along on the z-axis. So then he'll do as far along as he needs to go on the x-axis, move 1 on the z-axis, all the way along on the x-axis, then 1 along on the z-axis. So until we get as far along on the z-axis as the user's told us to, we're going to do everything in here. So if fail is okay, if we have a fail, and if we have something, if you remember from earlier, which it's fine if you don't, B was equal to whatever's in slot 9. So if we have a fail, and if there's something in slot B, then we know that we've finished performing a down up, and we're sitting at the top of the or our turtle's sitting now back up top, and we know that that there's something in here, and that's generated a fail. So we need to perform there and back, which is the function which got him to return to the obsidian pipe and empty his inventory. Yeah. And then that will also bring him back to exactly where he started that from as well. So then he'll empty all the stuff at the obsidian pipe, return to where he was. We're going to set fails back to 0, and then we're going to perform the down up again. So yes, so then he'll just continue on his merry way. Now, here's another if or else if. So if x_track is less than x, so if we haven't gone as far along the x_track, the x plane as the users asked us to, then we're going to make sure we got no fails. We're going to do that move left command we said earlier, which was turn left, go forward, turn right, and then we've moved along on the x-axis. We're going to perform down up, and then add 1 to x_track because we've moved across 1. Yep, so that's just how we move across. That's real simple. X_track is if x_track is equal to x. So if we've now actually gone as far as the user wanted us to go, we're going to turtle.turnRight, and then then basically we just got to take 1 away from x_track. Trust me, it's just the way the math sort of works out. So it's another one of these for loops. We're going to say for whatever the value of x_track is, perform dig forward, which we mentioned before. It deals with any sand or anything, but basically it tells the turtle to go forward. So for x_track, do dig forward. And then for z, then if z is, so this is actually still part of this else if here, but if z is less than z_track, so if we still haven't gone as far as along the z-axis as the user told us to, then we're going to tell the turtle to turn right. You can go forward. I'll dig forward, but yes, that's to deal with sand again. So just go forward and then keep turning right. So turn all the way around basically. And then we'll add 1 to x_track. We'll reset our fails, and we'll perform down up again. So this is what gets us to once we've gone as far along on the x-axis as the user told us to go, we're going to come back along, and then we're going to move 1 along on the z-axis. Yeah, cool. Well, actually, we're going to move 2 along on the z-axis because, as you can see, our turtle actually doesn't just dig the spot underneath him. He actually digs 2 along, as you can see here as he comes down through this water. He's not just digging underneath him, he's digging that as well. So we're actually moving in increments of 2 along the z-axis. Cool. Sorry, guys, we are almost there. Spider wants to come at us, but that's all right. So, yes. That's it. So that's the main loop. That's pretty much all of the logic in there. That's how he determines where he is and where he needs to be. And then once z is actually equal to once z_track is actually equal to z, it's going to end that loop. And it's basically just going to bring the turtle back to the obsidian pipe, empty his inventory, and turn around. So we do that by just turning left because we'll be at the end of the run. And then we just got -2 off Z because we've got 2 too many. And then for whatever Z is worth, come dig forward or just come forward. And then deposit everything. So that will bring us back to in front of our obsidian pipe. Empty your inventory, and then just this is a little bit of positioning stuff, and print done on the screen, and that is it, guys. That is how he does it. So I know that was a lot. Please post any queries or comments, etc. If you want me to make this available in a text file or whatever, an API, whatever, let me know. It's going to take a bit of work, so I made this in Minecraft, which was probably my first mistake, but anyway. So yeah, let me know if that's what you want. If there's enough demand, I will. And yeah, please post any suggestions for crazy wacky things you'd like me to build. I'm gonna think of some ideas for the next videos. I think it's gonna involve turtles because these guys are cool. And yes, like, subscribe, favorite, etc. if you think this is worthy. Again, guys, thank you so much for sticking around and watching. And yeah, I'll see you guys soon. Stick around for the next video. Cheers.